Central Florida, the city of Orlando is the scene for the Pacers. Pure athleticism, Victor Oladipo overflows with excitement as he'll be leading the way for his team as they get ready themselves at Amway Center. Pacers, Magic, up next on 2K Sports. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. And take a look at the Magic. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Pacers, 3 spots below.
And seeing where Indiana is, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Warren in at the 3 spot. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustine, and it's Fournier in at the 3. Brogdon against Augustine. The pass to Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Outside Gordon. Here's the 3. Here's Ross. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
Great appreciation for Ross. Never afraid of going into the contact on the way up. Well done.
And the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
First free throw is good. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
No good on the second free throw.
You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
Warren, pass to Turner. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
Augustine against Brogdon. Now here is Augustine. D right on him. Off target from the baseline. And a big part of McMillan's success, getting his guys, Clark, to play hard for him every night.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because this team gets the most out of itself. It's one thing to assemble talent. It's another to bring people together so they're playing for each other. And these guys do that night in and night out.
Here's Gordon. Oh, that's blocked.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Oladipo taking his time here. Here's Sabonis. He kicks it to Warren. Sabonis, the pass to Warren. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Ross. He had 19 points in the win against Memphis. Here's Fournier. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And Kevin Fournier is somebody you can't allow to get comfortable. I mean, his jumper is cash moolah.
Brogdon kicks to Warren. Again, the miss by Warren.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Ross, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Indiana called for the foul. For Orlando, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First one falls for him.
And we talk about trying to manufacture points. The Magic a year ago were last in the league in free throw attempts.
And I think a part of that, guys, is they really don't have enough creators, facilitators, playmakers. You need guys who can break the defense down and then make plays for themselves or others, and that gets you to the foul line, but it also gets you easy baskets.
And both free throws good for Ross.
And you can't say Indiana didn't work the ball last year. Top 5 in field goal percentage.
Yeah, you know what? It was a combination of things, and I'm a little biased having my roots with the Pacers, but they consistently made the extra pass, the next pass, and they had veteran finishers as well. They were as fun a team to watch in the league for me.
And Oladipo kicks to Sabonis. Here's Warren, and once again off the mark by Indiana.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Augustine finds Fournier to the paint. Sabonis with the steal. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. That one wide left. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Now, here's Brogdon. After the miss from Vucevic to the middle, Sabonis. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Vucevic. Magic leading by 3. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Well, you know, he might be one of the more overlooked players, but Malcolm Brogdon, he had a sensational season last year. I mean, his efficiency, his maturity, this guy was a huge reason the Bucks were so tough.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Brogdon was fantastic on offense. As you said, great percentages, Clark, in every category.
Boy, this guy is so highly efficient. When you look at Brogdon and how he plays and what he does, I mean, the numbers speak volumes. But I think it's more his disposition, his demeanor, and his overall impact on winning. He's an outstanding two-way player. In my mind, a borderline all-star.
Brogdon hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. Augustine with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Turner with the steal. Outside Warren. It's Brogdon, top of the key. Passes it to Turner. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Fournier. Here's Augustine. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Hard to believe that DJ Augustine has been in the league over 10 years now, and he's carved out a nice place in the NBA. He's a calming presence with younger players and always consistently productive.
And he makes the first. Clark, I'm assuming all the coaches in the NBA have put in their new plays by now, or am I wrong? Will they introduce some new things, new actions throughout the season?
Well, I tell you what, you talk about the coaches in the NBA, they all have PhDs in basketball, and they are always tinkering and making adjustments, Kevin.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And a not-so-bright spot for the Magic last season. Too many mistakes.
Well, that comes with a young roster, guys. You know that. There's no way to gain experience other than through time and repetition. These guys are still learning, refining their games, but I think the trade-off is worth it because the future is really bright.
Stolen by Gordon.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
Pacers trail by 7. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I think he has to play more conservative from this point on. I mean, that's 2 fouls already.
And the Magic making a change here. Fultz is checked in. Oladipo against Ross. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Warren. Offline with his 3.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here's Fournier. 14 points from him the last game against Memphis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, we've seen Vucevic expand his offensive repertoire, guys, adding to his old-school post game. He's now demonstrating perimeter shooting and playmaking ability, and that's opening some eyes.
Orlando shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
First free throw is good. And Clark, as Vucevic has stepped out from that mid-range to beyond the arc, it's paying dividends.
Yeah, not only is he shooting the three-point shot when he steps out there, but it spaces the floor and opens up things for his teammates, and he's proven himself to be a pretty good passer. The face-up game proving just as effective as his post-up game, which makes him a hard cover.
He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 13-4 run. Fultz the pass to Ross. The putback, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. And Brogdon's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 9 points. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything going against you. Very frustrating.
Pacers trail by 11. Knocked loose and stolen by Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. 6 points for Evan Fournier. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Magic.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for the Magic. Aminu comes in for Ross. Then for the Pacers, Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Warren. Lamb comes in for Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. Now here's McConnell, pass to Lamb. They can't stop the run with that one. Magic leading by 13. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Bamba's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here's McConnell. Just 5 on the clock. And Vucevic pulls it down. The Magic have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Fournier's shot is off. It's tipped. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lamb is a capable spot-up shooter. He's comfortable shooting off the catch.
Now here's Fultz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Vucevic. Misses off the right iron. Stolen by Bamba. And it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Here's McConnell. And the pass to Lamb. Back to McConnell. Shoots over Vucevic. Vucevic with the block.
Denied. Return to sender. That's something you expect from a 7-footer like Vucevic.
Fournier. Here's Bamba. Moves back up. That's tipped. Now here's McConnell. Up top, Sabonis. Dishes to Lamb. Launches a 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Here's Vucevic. Goes up again. No good. Good work defensively by Turner.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Ken Burge is checked in for Vucevic. The Pacers also with a sub. Leafs checked in. Outside, Lamb. Knocked away. Inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever. Because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
And he can't get the first one.
And you know, when most teams lose their clear #1 guy, they start going south. That's exactly what happened for Indiana last season.
Now here's Fultz. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Fournier finds Bamba. Now here's Aminu. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Magic lead by 14. Clark, the Pacers were 32-15 when Oladipo went down.
And you think about Oladipo's influence and impact, only 16-19 after the injury, guys, and they got swept by the Celtics in the playoff. Oladipo critically important to the Pacers being able to perhaps advance in the playoffs in the future.
So it's the Pacers now, following the bucket by Orlando.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And the #1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington, 6'4". Clark, do you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
No good on the free throw.
Well, I look at Fultz, and he has perennial all-star written all over him. A fantastic playmaker who's really got a ready-made skill set for the NBA.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for Miles Turner. So he comes up empty, missing both.
You know, as good as the Magic were defensively last year, they were just as challenged offensively. Struggled a bit at that end of the floor. Only 24th in the league in points.
Magic leading by 12. We've got 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Fultz the pass to Fournier. Shoots from the right block. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got his second bucket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here's Lamb. 9 points last game out. Second shot opportunity. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance, and they get it back. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Fultz. From deep three-point range, and Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Fultz. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Birch kicks to Fournier, pass to Fultz. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's the Orlando Magic in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Pacers trail by 16. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Fultz. He's out there with DJ Augustine. Bamba is out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Birch in at the 4 spot.
Yeah, I'd like to see more passes like that from McDermott, especially when guys are open.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. At one point, they led by 16. passes it to Bamba. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
You know, he possesses both an inside and outside game, does Mo Bamba. And because of that, he's a headache when he's knocking down jumpers.
Pacers trail by 14. Outside, Lamb. Back to Holiday. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Now McDermott. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Corner shot. A shot by McConnell, no good. Magic leading by 14. Bamba dishes to Fultz. Chalk up 2 there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Holiday. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Holiday, the pass to Lamb. Here's Leaf, covered by Bamba. Leaf kicks to Holiday. Fires from the line, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got 6 rebounds in the game. Holiday against Augustine. And here's Fultz. Here's Bamba. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Holiday against Augustine. Holiday, the pass to McConnell. Outside, Lamb. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Right wing. Holiday against Augustine. The shot missing. So Indiana will take it the other way. Bamba kicks to Isaac. Pass to Birch. The fadeaway. It's hauled in by Leaf. Pacers trail by 18. Here's Lamb. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome and outshoot. Excels at getting up and denying shots.
Lamb passes to McConnell. Poked away. The pass to Holiday. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Here's Bamba, and good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
When you look at Bamba, he has extraordinary length, and because of that, he's able to finish over most defenders.
For Indiana, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Timeout called, the Pacers. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, his use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Fultz. Now here is Augustine. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. Yes, that goes in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pacers trail by 20. Brogdon outside. He dishes it to Oladipo. fader on the way. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now, here's Warren. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Sabonis, no good. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Isaac. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
Hey guys, imagine trying to stop that coming at you. 6'10", athletic, quick, strong. Isaac is a difficult matchup.
That one is off.
Yeah, you know, this is Indiana's second year now, guys, without Paul George. Obviously, that trade had a ripple effect, and in some ways, it's still being felt.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. And he sinks the second. And the Pacers ended up with a pretty decent deal given George's public demands.
Yeah, I agree, because it was a tough situation for the Pacers once it became clear Paul George was not going to re-sign. The Pacers happy with Oladipo and Sabonis, actually thrilled, but at the same time, you look at OKC and Paul George putting up MVP numbers, makes you wonder what could have happened had he stayed.
Now Augustine, after T.J. Warren's three-pointer that didn't go. Ross for three. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Oladipo misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the inside, Isaac. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Good trickery that time with the ball by Brogdon. Nice finish as well.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. They host the 76ers after this game, and that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. Ross finds Augustine. Now Isaac. Clock at 6. Shoots over Warren. No good off the back of the rim. And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. Here's Turner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. DJ Augustine picks one up.
Boy, quickly becoming a real force defensively. Miles Turner, one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Pacers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And you look at the job description for an elite defensive big man. Nowadays, it's not enough to just protect the rim.
No, you've got to be able to move your feet and also defend on the perimeter as well. And that's where Turner's quick feet have helped him. He's able to guard smaller players and recover to the lane. And that's a nice combination.
And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, you know, he's a big guy that has tremendous agility and already is an elite defender. Miles Turner now has to work on being dominant on offense.
Pass to Ross. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Warren. Makes that one after missing his first 6 shot attempts. 1 for 7 and hungry for more.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Now here's Gordon. He had 13 points in the win against Memphis.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And Gordon drops them both. And the athleticism is obvious for Gordon, but he continues, Clark, to still work on his skill game.
I love the fact that he's continuing to improve. He's grown as a shooter and a playmaker. He's always been a pretty good ball handler and passer, and we really forget how young he is, man. This guy still has a lot of room to grow.
Now, here's Sabonis. Kicks it to Turner. For three, Brogdon. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. No good there. Nice D from Sabonis. Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And the shot by Warren, no good.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Gordon takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Gordon's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice seeing Gordon get it done over some pretty tight, stingy defense there, showing just how confident he is in the post.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 19-point game against Detroit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ross kicks to Fournier. On the wing, Gordon lets it go with a three. The shot misses, and Indiana will go the other way with it. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Brogdon the pass to Turner. That's tipped.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
The shot's good from Fournier.
I really like to see Fournier go with the mid-range jump shot. This guy is a high percentage shooter, particularly from that spot on the floor.
So Oladipo will bring it up for the Pacers. Pass to Brogdon. At the top of the key, Turner. Here's Sabonis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
Ross kicks to Fournier. Gordon against Sabonis. Back to Fournier. The three. Nice D from Oladipo. Pacers shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Aminu against Warren. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now, here's Aminu. 8 points his last outing. And Vucevic kicks to Aminu. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Oladipo's running.
You know, it's obvious that Oladipo loves getting out on the break. So good in the open court. Quick and effective in these open floor situations.
Here is Ross. 6 points for him. To the paint. And oh, here we go. Warren's got it, the fast break chance.
It's nice to see when Brogdon doesn't settle for the layup, instead going in there to finish with power.
Magic leading by 20. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Ross passes to Vucevic. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Indiana's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Fournier against Oladipo. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Oladipo's got 5 points so far.
Seems to get better every year from outside. Oladipo feeling comfortable pulling the trigger.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Orlando out in front, up 19. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. Kenny?
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys are working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nice game, great performance by Evan Fournier.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's Warren in at the small forward. Now, here's Warren. He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. That one, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
LDA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Clark, the level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
Both free throws good from Augustine. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Brogdon outside. And there's the pass to Oladipo. Fires the three. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Now the feed to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Pass to Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. And Brogdon, here we go. Sabonis, the pass to Turner. Brogdon outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. 9 points for Malcolm Brogdon.
Brogdon extremely confident because he knows he has the green light to fire off the catch.
Augustine looking around. Outside Gordon. Shoots over Brogdon. And it's Gordon missing. Pacers trail by 20. Here's Oladipo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Oladipo's got 7 points.
You know, you got to give it up for Oladipo, being able to maintain his poise and not letting the contact bother him. That's good concentration.
Now here is Augustine. 6 points for him. And then Gordon with the dunk.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Oladipo with the ball. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Gordon with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Ross against Oladipo. Ross kicks to Fournier. Vucevic trying to get open. Off target with his three. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. Orlando making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Fulton for Terrence Ross. The Pacers also with a sub. Leafs checked in. Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And it's Warren with the jam.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
So it's Orlando now. It's an 18-point lead. Passes to Bamba. A putback, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
Yeah, you know, one of the best parts of Nikola Vucevic's game is his great body, excellent hands, and the high motor makes him an outstanding rebounder.
Now, here's Brogdon. 9 points in the game so far. Lets it go from 14. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Oladipo. It's good from the top of the key. Oladipo's got 9 points.
He's so good at shooting while in rhythm. Victor Oladipo. I like how he's reading the defense before shooting the pull-up J.
Pass to Fultz. And it's sent back by Turner. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game for the Magic. Khem Birch comes in for Vucevic. And it's Jonathan Isaac in for Fournier. Then for the Pacers, McDermott's checked in for T.J. Warren. Lamb comes in for Victor Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Now, here's McConnell. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he comes up with the deuce. Magic leading by 16. Now here is Augustine. Down low. Here's Bamba. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9½", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bamba. Right, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
Now here is Augustine, following the miss by Miles Turner. Here's Birch. Second chance shot. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Tipped away. Here's Lamb. Here's McConnell. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. McConnell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
The pass to Birch. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And DJ Augustine knows what he's out there for, to distribute the ball. I mean, always has his head on a swivel, and he's looking to find his teammates.
Pacers trail by 17. McConnell scanning the floor. Pass to Turner. And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Al Farouk Aminu. He's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Now here's McDermott. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. DJ Augustine picks one up.
And when you think of McDermott, the first thing that comes to my mind anyway is three-point shooting ability. He's very effective spacing the floor.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Magic.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Now here is Augustine. He has 6. McDermott with the double team to the paint. Birch. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Birch has got 8 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's McConnell. 17-point game. Pass to Leaf. There's the dish to Lamb. Over Fultz. Lamb, good. Lamb's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, Lamb, even with the hand in his face, stays under control. He's becoming a much more focused shooter.
And Augustine kicks to Birch. Stolen. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Aaron Holiday is checked in for the Pacers.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And Lamb kicks to Leaf. Holiday, the pass to Leaf. Rebound by the Magic.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Pacers trail by 18. Holiday finds Lamb. Indiana moving the ball around. Inside, here's Leaf. Aminu grabs the miss.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now here's Fultz. This one for three. Here's Birch. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Augustine. Aminu against Holiday. And the shot is long. Magic leading by 20. Here's Aminu. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Birch kicks to Fultz. Over Lamb. Kept alive. Birch. And a strong finish with two hands.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up Greg with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
Now here's Lamb. Over Aminu. No good from Lamb. Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Here's Lamb. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Now McConnell. Here's Holiday. Good. And McConnell gets the assists. Holiday's got 8.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando. Terrence Ross comes in for DJ Augustine. The Pacers also with a sub. Sabonis, he's checked in for TJ Leaf. Now here's Fultz. He's got 6. Aminu with the bounce pass. Left side Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the wing. He's off on that one. And Indiana will come the other way. And Lamb kicks to McConnell. Outside Holiday. Feeds it to Lamb. Pass to McConnell. And here's McDermott. The pass to Holiday.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Markelle Fultz. The Pacers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. free throw good from Holiday. And Indiana making a change here. Brogdon's checked in. That one misses. Well, when you look at Mo Bamba with his size, around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Jeremy Lamb. Good season for him last year. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And he knocks down the first one.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for McDermott. Both good from the line that time.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Fultz. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
Brogdon outside. To the inside, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Lottery pick back in 2016, Clark, if there was a question for Domantas Sabonis coming into the league. It was about his length and agility relative to NBA athletes.
Yeah, and you know, those were legitimate questions, Kevin. He's not a big-time shot blocker, but he is nimble for a big guy. Doesn't possess the typical length of a guy his size, but he's got great strength. He's got good quickness, if not speed. And that strength and quickness and know-how serve him well.
And you look at per-minute production, you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. The Pacers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Both free throws good from Warren. 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Fultz kicks to Ross. Over Oladipo. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Magic out in front, running away with it. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now here's Gordon. Deep 2 from Ross. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Oladipo. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Hits it from three-point range. Oladipo's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pacers. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. It's an 18-point game. Dishes it to Ross. Nice D from Oladipo.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Here's Warren. Sabonis trying to get open. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The first free throw is good. Fournier's checked in for the Magic. Turner's checked in for Indiana. Both free throws good from Warren. Magic leading by 16. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Outside Gordon. Pass to Ross for the 3. Drops in the tray.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
Poke loose. Now here's Brogdon. He's covered closely. Can't get it to fall.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
A little bit of a down season for Evan Fournier in 2018-19.
Yeah, it was, Kevin. I mean, he got the same minutes, but his percentages were down. He's out there for his offense, so he's got to be more efficient going forward.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And in a relatively short time, Fournier has really increased his role in the league. I mean, he's a player you have to guard and keep an eye on at all times.
Good on the second free throw. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. And I also like the fact that there's a deep 3 at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter 3 if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that 3 more in line or symmetrical with the deep 3 at the top. I kind of like having a short corner 3.
I agree with you. The offensive rebound, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Pacers trail by 20. Oladipo finds Brogdon. And here is Turner. Passes it to Oladipo. Over Ross.
Ross is very dependable as a defender. Somebody who uses his length and quick hands to bother shooters.
Back to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. Fades. Fultz, no good. The Pacers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Brogdon. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And Sabonis, no good on that one.
I look at Sabonis as a terrific stretch four. He's a guy who can play either power forward or center, and he has excellent length and a nice touch. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool, because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Now, here's Oladipo. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Brogdon finds Turner. Clock at 6. Oladipo for 3. It's rebounded by Fultz. Magic leading by 18. Ross with it. Pass to Fultz to the middle. Here's Gordon. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. The pass to Oladipo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now here's Fultz. Cross in the corner. It's stolen by Oladipo. From deep. It's good from long range. Oladipo's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for Indiana.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Here's Ross. Back to Fultz. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
And, you know, Fultz plays bigger than his size down low, guys. Outstanding at using his body to draw contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. The Magic making a switch here. Augustine's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Pacers trail by 15. Brogdon outside. Pass to Oladipo. Floats one up, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Oladipo determined that time to get to the basket and forced the defense to foul him by driving right in there.
Well, the tremendous work ethic of Victor Oladipo helping him return from that knee injury.
And, you know, it hasn't been easy. Anytime you come back from that kind of injury, a lot of work goes into that. Not only physically is it a challenge, it's a challenge mentally, too. But his positive outlook, his attitude and work ethic, serving him well in getting back.
That's good from Oladipo.
When you talk about outstanding athletes in the NBA, Victor Oladipo is on that list. Even if he's only 90%, this guy is explosive, actually more explosive than most.
Oladipo hits them both. And you think about trying to come back from that big knee injury, a lot riding on Oladipo's recovery.
Well, a big part of his recovery and coming back effectively is sports medicine has come a long, long way, Kevin. He won the 2018 Most Improved Award. They stopped doing the Comeback Player of the Year, but you know, he's looking for that kind of return this season.
Here's Brogdon after the Magic pick up 2.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
And, you know, the 2016-17 Rookie of the Year continues to impress. Brogdon is a valuable role player who does a lot of things well.
Magic leading by 13. Fultz looking around. Fournier in the corner. Gordon trying to break loose. Fournier's shot is off. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Warren the pass to Oladipo. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there. And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Now here's Vucevic. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Turner.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
That cuts the lead to single digits. Brogdon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's Vucevic. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
And Turner kicks to Warren. Six to shoot. Passes it to Oladipo. Off target from outside. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. They lead by 11. Fultz, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 13. So just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Mark, you were talking about the unicorns. Miles Turner in that category as a shot blocker who can space the floor. I don't think he's got a ceiling. What about you?
I think his ceiling is really high, Kevin. He's still young, which always bodes well for somebody with his work ethic and skill set. I think he can be an all-star player. Franchise player, those are few and far between. I'm not sure if he can get to that level, but all-star certainly within his reach.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to find out what Steve Clifford talked about with his players. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Brogdon against Augustine. Oladipo outside. Sabonis finds Oladipo. Takes the 13-footer. Good on the jump shot. Oladipo's got 18 points just in the second half.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
And Brogdon comes over to help. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Turner. Left side, Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Oladipo. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Can't cash in from the left block. And the Pacers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. The feed now to Warren. Fournier pulls it down. Fournier's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Warren. A floater. Oladipo misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Vucevic, he gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Oladipo outside. Poked away and stolen by Fournier. And now Augustine pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Good work there as it goes. And the Magic lead by 9.
Well, you don't last as long as Augustine has in this league without smart. A very bright player knows exactly where to run when the break is on.
Now here's Oladipo. Guarded by Fultz. The shot by Brogdon wide open. The kick out to Oladipo. Tries again. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Here's Fultz. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's an 11-point Orlando lead.
And you got to clog up the clear lanes to the basket. You can't give him room to operate. When you do, Fultz scorches you with his speed.
1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Oladipo. Not a lot of room. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10.
Yeah, you know, Oladipo was the second pick back in the 2013 draft and has made back-to-back All-Star games in 18 and 19. His star is rising.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Orlando. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Augustine passes to Ross. The shot, no good. Nice D from Warren. Pass to Oladipo. And he makes good on the layup. Oladipo's got 29 in the game.
Oladipo has really embraced the go-to role. This guy can heat it up in a hurry.
Augustine passes to Gordon. Vucevic trying to get open. And it's Gordon missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Brogdon against Augustine. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And the Pacers call time here. They're trailing by 8. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Brogdon. 36 seconds left in the fourth. Turner. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
Proving he has the clutch DNA. Love seeing Turner up his game during these big possessions.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. 6-point game. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
That's the go for your throat mentality on display. Give Oladipo the ball in the clutch, and he's going to give you much.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
And the Pacers call time here. They're behind by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the game. For 3, Brogdon. It's hauled in by Frazier. He kicks to Carter Williams. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.